Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, January 2023 predictions video. We have made it to 2023. Well, at the time of filming this, technically, it is still Friday, December the 30th at 4:40 p.m. So, I have not made it yet into 2023. This hair hasn't even made it out of 1999. So it's still back in a whole other millennia. But we won't talk about that here. An attempt was made. An attempt failed, but an attempt was made. Tried to do like the cool, trendy looking 90s and came out looking like a weather broadcaster version of like really white Kamala Harris. Yeah. No. Sorry. Anywho, January 2023, we have made it. We want to see what in the hell's in store for us this month. What can we look forward to? This is the first month of the new year. Happy New Year, percolators. And we want to see what in the world is going to happen. The good, the bad, the ugly, the neutral and indifferent. All of it. So, we're going to get started into that. Let me pull up the cards here. I guess I forgot to say I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. So that's what we're fixing to do today. As usual, this is all I let you, just my interpretation, and Penelope is just trying to match me in all the reds for solidarity, trying to make me feel a little bit less embarrassed about myself. But as I get shuffled up here, as always, with these monthly readings, they are international because I know people are viewing from all over the world. So we're going to be looking at January 2023 all over the world. Going to be looking at all kinds of things like politics, the economy, finances, career, health and wellness and love and spirituality and whatever else. And so since there's so many topics, we can't usually fit them all into one video. And what do? We have a separate video of the rest of what couldn't fit into this one that goes over on the Perk Squad. And so, Perk Squad, if you'd like to join the Perk Squad, hit the blue join button below, or there's a link in the description box. There's all kinds of perks to the Perk Squad, exclusive videos, exclusive posts. You get weekly forecasts, and you get video shout-outs like this. Shout out to you, Bitch for Life. Love your name. You know I do. I've already mentioned that. But shout out to you, Bitch for Life, and welcome to the Perk Squad, and thank you for being here. We love having you. So, let me move this microphone right here. And y'all, I tried to even talk right there. I said right here instead of right here. Because, like, it even sounded weird for me to say it. I'm like, when do I ever say right here? I don't ever say right here. I say right here. Because lazy southern mouth, that's what we do. So, politics, 2023, January 2023, politics. Spirit guides, what are we allowed to know? Let's get right on into it. And for people that are like, are we going to do a video that's like 2023 as a year, like the whole year kind of predictions? Yeah, we can do that. That'll probably come in, a week or two, be a little bit further off. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll look at 2023 as a whole year as well. But for this, we're going to look at January 2023. Do I want any context cards? I want one on this one over here. And context over here as well. So, alrighty. This is kind of interesting to see these cards here because I feel like January's always set the tone for how the year is gonna feel. Like it sets the vibe already before the year even starts. And I feel like we're seeing that here. So it's kind of like, okay, so are we going to start the year off mellow? Are we going to start the year with the bang? Are we gonna, slow, chill, or like stress immediately? I gotta tell you, this is more of a bang than a mellow. For people curious, I don't know if that feels good to you, if that feels not so good to you, but yeah, this is more of a bang than a fizzle. So from what we're looking at here, I'm seeing several different things going on. I'm seeing some people form some new alliances politically. And like by new alliances, I mean something kind of big. So not like the, President Biden and Kamala Harris there again. Sorry here. It's not like that. It's not predictable. It's like if you're putting partners or collaborators together that you weren't really expecting to come together or aren't usually together, or say people uniting who aren't from the same political party, or people changing over from one political party to another political party, or people you get the drift, like that just weird, not something you would outright predict, things kind of coming together, collaborations, partnerships in strange ways, politically speaking. And so again, yeah, we might get people hopping across aisles, people pairing up with people that they don't usually pair up, people saying, hey, I'm leaving this party and joining this other party. Who knows? We might even see people try to create a new party. Like there's just some interesting things going down with parties and alliances politically in January 2023, which seems to be, a bit of a big deal. That's not super typical or normal, and so it's noteworthy to put this in here. They're also showing here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse that for some of these ventures that they're talking about here, they're not going to be able to like get off the ground really, or be as effective or empowering as they thought. Like people might do some of these things thinking that it's going to like really start a movement or something, and then it kind of just doesn't. Not that it lacks importance, and not that there won't be some people that are kind of, into it, but overall it just kind of lands on its face a little. It doesn't have quite the same impact as maybe what the people are hoping for. So that brings us over to here. Already January 2023, like literally barely getting into the year, and already we're seeing our old Seven of Swords creep out on over here. This is a sneaky card. This is somebody that feels like they have to kind of sneak around to get their way, whether that means talking out of both sides of their mouth, or whether that means having to be shady and hide or lie or manipulate or whatever. This is somebody that feels like they have to get their way by shady means, because with this context card, they don't feel like they're getting what they want. They're not getting dealt a bad hand. Whoever this is, they're not getting dealt a bad hand. It's just not what they want. They're being greedy. They're wanting more than what they're being given. And so they're willing to stoop low to take those things. So I want to look a little bit more into this person to see what is going to kind of come to light for that, because that's kind of interesting here. Okay, so whatever this is, unfortunately, people are going to know the truth of it. Like, this isn't even they're not gonna be even good at this. Like, truth is gonna come out about this person. They're gonna have egg on their face about it. Yeah, truth coming out, things coming to light. This is the Sun card. You can't shed any more light on something than the Sun card can. It is literally the light source. So it's like literally the source of it all. The source of the light will be shining on this, and it will be bringing these things up, and there will be nowhere to hide. Does that mean that the person won't try to twist and manipulate and make it look, better than it is, like better for them, to them, than it is to try to save face? I do think this person is going to try to save face. I do think they will, because of them being that shifty type in general. This person is not, manipulation is not beneath them. And so even if stuff comes out and makes them look bad, I see them trying to kind of twist things and put the ball back in their court. I just don't see it being effective. They can try, but it doesn't look like people are buying it. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere, so it doesn't really matter if they try. And looks like they're going to be like, hey, I'm not going down without taking someone down with me. So it seems like if it's kind of like, how do I put this? Like when you're kids and you're playing and you did something wrong and you get called out for it by a parent or something. You're like, well, so-and-so was doing whatever, or so-and-so started it, or so-and-so. And you try to like point a finger and call somebody else out of their name and bring them down with you. That is what this is kind of showing here. So again, you can pull that, but the thing is, as adults, that doesn't work so well. As kids, like, you try it and it may or may not kind of go okay with you, but as adults, like, we're like, come on, this is childish, let's get past it, whatever, we're talking about you, don't try to deflect, and so again, doesn't look like it's going to work out for this person. They tried it. Yeah, we're just going to leave that there. We're going to hop down here because we need to spend some time on some other stuff. So, from what we're looking at down here is this feminine energy card. Doesn't always have to point to a female. Can be a male with some sort of feminine energy pulling through. But it is this female card sitting here. And next to it, we have this Eight of Cups in reverse. And again, we're still talking about politics, but this is about walking away. And when it's in the reverse position, it's like walking away. So not just I'm putting some space in between me and something. It's like leaving, boots out the door kind of thing. And when I get another card on top of this as my context card, the Three of Pentacles, this is like, again, this collaboration. So walking away from some sort of collaboration. So this person, who is most likely a female, but could be a male that just has some sort of feminine energy within them some kind of a way, maybe astrologically, don't know. But walking away permanently from some sort of collaboration. And with this being, I was shuffling, well, we'll take this one because it's almost out, but with this being the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this is about getting their ducks in a row. So whoever it wasn't like this was something that they just upright and did. This is premeditated. This is thought through. This is something that there's like strategy to this. Yeah, again, Hangman in reverse, a long time waiting, a long time. Page of Cups, something that they're feeling like they have to do. It's coming from some sort of an emotional place here, this decision. It's coming from an emotional place. Switching. So again, this idea of possibly switching sides. Like, they keep giving me this idea of switching sides. Are there people, like, again, switching sides in political parties, or switching sides in terms of, hey, you used to talk about these types of things and now you're talking about it from this angle. What gives? Your rhetoric has changed, or things like that. It could be flip-flopping. There's something here, but it seems like it's a permanent thing, not just not just a from my state of South Carolina, not just the Lindsey Graham that says different things at different times, depending on, you know, who he's brown nosing at the time. Bless his soul. Don't have anything against him necessarily, but he tends to do like that. It's not like that. This is like a permanent, like, oh, you were really like this, or talked about these things, or had this rhetoric, and now like this is a 180, and you have like switched. You know, this isn't flimsy. This is permanent. So there's some big changes politically, like within political parties, between political parties, and even perhaps the attempted creation of new political parties. So there's like really big energy, really big switch ups and movements around political parties and how that is seen, how that is expressed, how that is supported, who is in it, who are allies and who are not, and all of that stuff. Some major like switcheroos or change-ups or adaptations, modifications, etc. around that, starting fresh out January 2023. So this month so far is looking like it doesn't have much chill. As I literally look down at the ticker tape here, and it might be different for y'all because I'm going to have to sit an intro before this, and there might be some editing, but as I'm looking down at it, it was 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So literally there was a, 555, 1555. So the 555, literally, as I was just saying this, I know what the 555 means, but I want to read how it is expressed in this angel numbers book that I'm pulling up here, because I'm telling you, when y'all hear how the angel numbers book words 555, after everything I literally just said, I cannot make this up. I cannot make up the ticker tape versus the this and no. Like, come on. The timing is just too unique. I just happened to look up at that. 555 here. Oh, come on now. There it is in the middle. It says, major changes and significant transformations are here for you. You have an opportunity to break out of the chrysalis and uncover the amazing life you truly deserve. Y'all, major changes and significant transformations? Just saying. But all alleged, just my interpretation. Okay, all alleged, just my interpretation. All alleged, just my interpretation. So, let's get shuffled back up here and look into another category, because we need to move on over and check out the economy, which includes finances, career, all of that kind of stuff. Whatever we can know about the economy for January 2023. Okay. You know what's weird? I've noticed that usually whenever we're doing these videos that change over from calendar year, like it feels weird to say the new calendar year and I accidentally say the previous one, like instead of saying 2023, it'd be like, whoops, I said 2022, or something like that. And that's almost always the case. But for whatever reason, saying 2023 right now feels more right than saying 2022. And I don't think I'm knock on wood, I don't think I'm going to be messing that one up, because it feels right to say 2023. Like there's no feeling of confusion. It feels like we've already been in that. It's like we've been in 2023, and here I am filming from December 30th. I still got 2 more days before it technically is the day after tomorrow before it is. But isn't that kind of weird? Is that anybody else doing that too, where it already feels normal or right and you don't have really the same adjustment period? I wonder why that is, if that's a thing. Maybe I'm the only one feeling that way, and who knows why. My wires could be crossed. Who knows? But, all right. Economy. Finance and career economy. January 2023. What can we know, spirit guides? That is... Okay. I was like, that is one way to start. That's what I was going to say. That is one way to start. but okay. All right. Could be worse. So, not bad. All right. Not bad way to start off the year with the economy. Okay. Not bad. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just start from the beginning. Here. Penelope, take the wheel. Take the wheel, girl. Okay, Nine of Swords. Interesting card to start out here. However, it is in the reverse position. Upright, we're talking about paranoia, anxiety, things not going well, freaking the hell out. But in the reverse position, you might have a chance to fall out of that type of state. With the Sun card upright next to it, you surely have the opportunity to fall out of that state. And with the Hangman here in reverse next to it, it's kind of like a long time coming. So here they're talking about that there's going to be some attempts made, whatever they are, for the economy to feel fairly stable in January. I don't know what would cause that. I am not a financial person. I am not a finance guru. We already know that. It is painfully obvious for the people out there who are. They can tell I don't know jack crap. But what I'm looking at here is that it looks like for a time, January is going to try to look pretty stable, economically speaking and financially speaking. The problem with that is this bottom row, our row of reversals here, and not positive types of reversals, because people think reversed cards are bad in general. They're just different meanings. There's some reversed cards we probably prefer to see in the reverse than upright. But down here, not so much. So this kind of feels either an artificial, like, oh, look at the economy. Things are going well. Like, let's get excited. It's not so bad. It's either artificial or it's real, but short-lived because it can't hold up to the test of time and everything else going on. So I don't know if this is kind of like an inflated sense of the economy going well for a little while in January where people know it's not really like that and they're fibbing about it, or if it really is, it's pretty stable, doing pretty good, genuinely so, but then boom, we've got this other thing coming behind it. So we've got a little bit of a mixed bag here, okay? Got half of the month looking pretty darn good here in terms of economy, and the other half of the month being like, sorry, JK. Because now we have people making impetuous rush decisions, people losing money, people trying to take more on than they are technically able to afford, or take more on than they have available to risk, things of that nature. So I'd say, again, talking out of my ass here, this is all alleged, just my interpretation, but just be careful in January that you know what you're looking at, because again, I don't know if this is like genuinely okay for a while and then it slips down, or if this is a sense of, hey, it's fake, it's inflated, it's not even real, it's, bogus, this is what's actually hiding underneath. So, this could be a little bit of a quicksand situation in terms of the economy, and I just keep my eyes open is all. Just keep your eyes open. This isn't like something necessarily fear-based here. It's just keeping your eyes open. Anything else y'all want to say about the economy that we can know about? I know this ain't a nice phrase to say, but I'm just saying the phrase because it was the first phrase that came to my mind, and you'll know what I mean. The whole, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I know that's a fatphobic thing to say, yada, yada, yada. You know that you get that I'm just saying a damn phrase, okay? I'm just saying a phrase, don't shoot the messenger. That's the phrase that came to my head. And so they're saying, things aren't over. We're still trying to go around the loop and take it where it's going to go. People are going to make some poor judgment calls, though, in January. And there's only going to be certain people, these people who are in power, queens are powerful people here, that are going to be kind of on the right side of it, the advantageous side of it. So, again, this kind of feels like that whole, what do you call it? Like when people get criticized for like insider trading or stuff, like you knew before you did this or that or whatever. Like this feels kind of that vibe here, and so it feels like there's certain people that will know things, but others of us, you know, the regulars of us out in the world won't. So again, don't be risky with shit like this. And in January, it doesn't look like that'll have a good payoff. They're out here to kind of serve themselves. It looks like again that there's going to be some bad judgment calls made relative to the economy because it serves these people. So there's going to be certain things that look like, hey, these are common sense things to do that could help the economy and turn some things around in a better direction for the masses. And for some reason, there's going to be excuses of why we can't do it that way. And they'll try to convince us that it's for the best that they don't do it that way. But really what they're doing is economically, it serves them to not do it that way, which is a lie, because it serves the rest of us if they would do it the way that we want, but it doesn't serve them. So again, we're going to the time old true haves and have-nots bull crap that is going on in January. So this is kind of already, we've only done 2 categories here. This is kind of already like, how's that gonna manifest? How's that gonna play itself out? So we know what to look for. So here we go. Let's go into another category, health and wellness, and all of that. Health and wellness, which includes love, spirituality, anything that comes up for that. It includes public health and things that have been going on around the world. We just want to know, what about that category for January 2023? Please. Okay, let's see. Interesting. So, wow. Okay, let's get a context card on this. Well, all right. What about you then? Okay. So conflict on the inside as it relates to health and wellness stuff, something that people are working on. This is like, hey, practice makes perfect. Whether this is, hey, we're working on something on the inside, or, which I think it most likely will mean, because of the internal conflictedness, the not being on the same page by people on the inside, the practice makes perfect to me kind of feels cover up-ish. So it seems like there's something with health and wellness in January 2023 that people on the inside all know about, and some of them are okay with it, some of them are not okay with it. They are at odds over that. So here, let's practice and make this cover up all right, because we've got this high priestess right here. She's very similar to the judgment card and the whole like, hey, let's judgment card. Well, that too, but I meant to say justice card, where there's the kind of weighing things out here and justice and legal and whatever. But she's more on this spiritual side, so she doesn't see it as like legal stuff. She sees it as dark versus light, good versus evil, you know, all of that kind of thing as depicted here on the card. And so she's more of that kind of overarching arbiter from beyond, not from the laws of man, but from the laws of beyond, the spiritual laws, morals, ethics, you know, the whole 9 yards. And so she's sitting here in the upright position, overseeing all of this, saying, yeah, this isn't going to keep going on. We're going to have to bring them in out of the cold here. Everything has got a balance to it. Everything needs to be restored in divine timing with our temperance card. And so Here we go with our 3 wands upright, are waiting until this happens. And so it looks like, I don't know if, because of this card, I don't know if this is something that like blows out the water and comes out about, covered up health and wellness issues. I don't know if it outright comes out in January or if we're building up to that release, because again, this 3 of Wands is a little bit of I'm waiting for my ships to come in, so that means it could take some time. So give or take 3 months, give or take, but I'd say as early as January, as late as spring, we would have some fairly concrete things out in the open about health and wellness cover-ups. And I'm talking like the works, documents, exposés, whistleblowers, like the whole 9 yards again. So again, this is happening behind the scenes for sure already in January. Whether it comes out full to the public by then or whether it takes a little time is yet to be determined. The timing is divine timing, so it might take a little piece here. But either way, within that first, I'd say, quarter of the year, we'll have it out there. So this is already kind of looking like expose year, which is intense, because as we know, the universal principle, as above, so below. We know that if things are happening big time, like chaotic on the big scale in society, we notice that those same things are happening like on a smaller scale between us and the people we have relationships with, or us and other people on social media or whatever. So the more chaos and fighting is on the big scale, the more chaos and fighting we find in our own lives, interpersonally. So just take note of that, so that you can kind of prepare yourself. If you see the energy of one go one way, know that the energy of the other is most likely to follow, and just prepare yourself for that. And make sure you're trying to take the high road in however you can. So, anywho, we have more to read on January 2023. This is intense month, as we can see. I will do that over there in the Perk Squad extended video. So again, you can click the join button if you'd like to be a member of the Perk Squad. For everybody else, if you would like a private reading with me, you can book a private reading at my website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. And you can also, if you wanted energy tune-up, clearing any blocked chakras, finding any kind of way to imbue some positive energy within your body. If you're feeling like everything's kind of going awry, then I have Reiki Energy Healing Sessions. Also have some life coaching for people that are like, hey, I got some New Year's resolutions and I want to figure out how in the hell I'm going to get this going. Then we've got those as well. And also, if you just want to be able to read the cards the way that I read the cards as an intuitive reader, then let me know. That is also something on the website. So lots of things on the website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can go to that. Perk Squad members, I'm coming at you with your second video. And we'll have a B-roll here to try to keep things light here at the end. Some sort of puppy shenanigans or shenanigans in general from my life. Who knows what the hell it will be. We will see. But again, percolators, Happy New Year to you. Happy 2023. Whenever I'm able to get this video up for you. And don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye. Bye. Fuck me entirely. Here I am, 10 minutes early to my training, and we're all fucking stopped because all these geese decided to cross the road at the same time. And so if I end up late to my training that I was 10 minutes early for, these little motherfuckers, I swear. I have now arrived at my training, and right outside my door is a sock and torn up condoms. What the hell is going on this day?